Hi, welcome to Outlier Live. So, in today's episode, we will talk about two major things. So, we saw a most recent market pullback. We'll talk about that, and then we'll switch over to Amazon's growing advertising business. So, let's start with the market. What's happening in the market? So, in my opinion, there were like three major reasons why market fell in last couple of days. Let's start with number one. Apple was one of the key reason why market is going down because there are worries in China, especially. We saw that news coming out where China had told its government agencies to stop using the iPhone and other electronic devices from foreign origin. So let's think about it. Uh, China has always, preferred like to use the local technologies. They always put ban on, companies like Google, Facebook. Apple is big. Apple is there. There's a lot of business coming from China, and this news definitely impacts the investor sentiment uh, who invest in Apple. So I was reading about it, looked at a couple of places, and it's interesting. So I was curious on what is the actual impact. I was trying to find, if the government agencies ban Apple devices, what is the potential impact of on iPhone on Apple. So let's look into it. So one of the analysts from Wedbush Securities, what he mentioned that it would affect less than 500,000 iPhones of roughly 45 million that is sold in the country over the next 12 months. So, which is not a big amount. So, in my opinion, in fact, this ban may trigger more interest for Apple devices. Now, Apple has a new event scheduled, iPhone launch event scheduled on September 12th. So, I'm very curious on how that event goes. iPhone 15 is going to launch. Definitely there was some concerns from European market also, but that set aside, let's look into a potential of what can happen, right? So on one side you have this fear in the market where the China news, the European news for Apple may not be supporting the Apple price right now. It's pushing that, it increasing that pressure on Apple stock. But in my opinion, I think this is overblown. I agree with this analyst. This is overblown. It will calm down, and in next few days, maybe a week, we can have, once this iPhone 12 is released, it's going to come back up. So let's look into the second reason why the stock market is down or it's falling. One of the reason was the data from Institute of Supply Management, ISM. So this is a non-manufacturing purchasing managers index. So the expectations were that it's going to be around 52.5, but it came in hot, so 54.5. So that was one of the reason why, because everybody is looking at Fed, whether Fed is going to increase its rates, whether Fed is going to keep the rates at where it is right now, or if Fed is going to cut the rates. Now, in order to do that, they want all these numbers to be down. Like you talk about employment numbers, investors, like ideally, like the bullish investors, they want these numbers to be down, because in their mind, how they are thinking, or in fact, Fed may be making a decision that, okay, we want economy to be down, we don't want jobs to go up, we don't want these purchasing indexes to go up, we don't want these consumer price indexes to go up. So Fed want to control the inflation. And when numbers like these come out, when they are better than expected, then you will see the fear in the market. You may see that the stocks may get impacted. So that is what is happening right now. And I think it is again for few days. It will come back up. I'm not worried about it, because it's gonna be long time before we start seeing the rates actually coming down. Between now and then, I think there's going to be a lot of volatility. You may see some weeks the stocks are going up, next week the stocks are going down. It's part and parcel of the stock market. So let's look into the third reason. The third reason is the rising crude prices. So yesterday, the crude oil futures went up. Why? Because Saudi Arabia and Russia, they wanted to expand their production cuts further. So what does that mean? With rising prices, oil prices, uh, it is not good for the inflation, because it can add to the inflation. So that is one of the worry that we are seeing in the market: rising oil prices, and that may add up to inflation, and which may results Fed uh, not taking any action to reduce their rates, or keeping the rates as it is right now, or the worst case scenario, the rates going up. So these are some of the reasons why we are seeing the market pull back. But again, I feel like it may reverse its course, maybe by next week. We'll see. The second story I want to talk about today is Amazon's advertising business. So before I talk about that, let's look into some of the things that Amazon is doing. So if you notice this news, that Amazon raised their free shipping minimum to $35. What does that mean? So previously, if you were not Amazon Prime customer, and if you order more than $25, you may be eligible for free shipping. But now they have increased that threshold from $25 to $35. Why? Because they want people to get into Prime. So right now there are almost 200 million Prime customers worldwide, and which is, by the way, growing. And Amazon wants that. Amazon is giving a lot of free stuff, your Amazon videos, Amazon Music. There are so many freebies that Amazon is giving to their Prime customers, because they want like everybody in their Prime membership. Now, why it's kind of important, because they are quietly building their advertising business. And in fact, I was reading somewhere that this may be one of the most powerful advertising machine in the world. Let me look at this. Open this link here. Okay. So apparently that link went okay. So let's look into this. So there was a very recent news of Shopify integrating with Prime. So now the Shopify customers can also use Prime delivery for their customers. What does that mean? Buy with Prime. So the goal is to bridge the gap between Amazon Prime customer base and Shopify's growing merchant community, because this is very, very important, because this will help Amazon to capture those Prime customers. And in my opinion, as Prime customer base grows, their advertisement business is going to grow further. So I was reading about the numbers. Uh, so right now they are somewhere around $10.6 billion in their most recent quarter, and in year 2021, Amazon revealed that advertising division made around $31 billion for that year, is increasing 22% year over year, which is huge, by the way. And I think everybody should pay attention, because they are doing right things from all of the places. Like they are, making sure that they are not just offering products like number of clicks. They are not just tracking number of clicks. The customers are actually seeing the sales going up. I have been talking to some of the my friends who sell on Amazon, and I wanted to gather their experience, like how's their experience with their advertising. And I'm hearing all the positive things about Amazon. And in fact, they are ditching some of the other platforms like Google for Amazon, because they are selling the physical products. They are selling through Amazon. They are selling through their own channels, and they are seeing a very good return on investment. So I can't speak on all the merchants, but what I am hearing is that people are seeing results after they are spending money on Amazon's ads. And I think that is very, very positive, and I think everybody should pay attention to that. So thanks for watching today. I'll see you on Tuesday.